Hey Taurus, this is your March 2020 love reading. This is a different spread. I did announce on my Patreon that I was going to be doing different spreads from now on. If you're interested in, keeping updated with anything that goes on over there, I would definitely recommend checking out that link. It's in the description box below. Okay, Taurus, so your spread is interesting because you are obviously dealing with someone this month that you feel passionately about, and you're very much wanting to flirt with them. You're wanting to keep things light, not be so serious, but there's definitely someone that you're dealing with that is going through something incredibly hard, because in their energy they have 2 10s, and you also have the 10 of Wands for your oracle card here. So they're going through some things emotionally, and they're also coming to an ending. So what this is saying here is they're struggling. They're struggling emotionally. They're thinking about an ending. They're thinking about walking away from something. And in your energy, you have the 8 of Cups here. It's almost like you two are having discussions about moving forward or not. For example, you have heart-to-heart conversations here. For some of you, I feel you may have previously walked away from this person, or they previously walked away from you, and you may be having discussions about that and what that means for your relationship. Because I am seeing the 3 of Swords here and the 3 of Pentacles, and I'll get into that in a second. But it's interesting, Taurus, because you have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is you. This is you wanting to offer someone something, but you don't. You are holding back. You're not finding that it's the right time to really offer anything substantial. So you may be flirting with this person and having a good time with them, but when it comes to progressing things, you can tell internally, you can sense it, that now's not the right time. Because with the 10 of Swords being in their energy, they may pull back from you because of what they're dealing with, or because of what they're going through emotionally, because they're at an ending here, okay? The 10 of Swords is about feeling really hurt. It's about wanting to pull back and heal, and they have expressed your love here. So what this means is they're wanting to express this to you. They're wanting to express how they feel, what they're going through. They may be going through a depression. They may be going through external issues that are causing them to go through the 10 of Swords energy. But for some of you, this is going to be within the relationship, meaning you're having discussions about whether or not to move forward because of something that happened in the relationship. Again, 3 of Swords is here. I feel like there's history here, Taurus. I feel like this is something that has gone on for a while. For the majority of you, this is not going to be someone new. This is not going to be something that you just started. It could mean that they're coming out of something recently. So for example, coming out of a relationship that they were recently, going through, and they just broke up from this person. That could be the 10s here. But more often than not, this is going to be something that's going on between the two of you. Especially, like I said, because you have heart-to-heart conversations and the 8 of Cups. You guys are talking about walking away, or you guys are talking about the idea of what that would mean for both of you. You do have honeymoon here, so they're wanting to kind of, get on your page in terms of just wanting to have a good time, wanting to flirt, and just enjoy each other. But it's almost like right now they can't, because there's a hurdle in the way. They have the 10 of Wands here. They're going through a lot internally. They're feeling a lot of burden in this connection. And depending on whether or not you are the one that hurt them, Taurus, or they may have hurt you, it can be vice versa. They're dealing with this. They're dealing with the history or the pain that has just recently happened to them. And they're going to, again, express this to you. But with 2 10s here, that's an absolute ending, okay? You have soulmate here. So you are dealing with a soulmate connection. You're dealing with someone that you feel very, very intensely about. You have the 8 of Pentacles here. You want to continue working on this. I feel like someone is being very stubborn. Someone's being very difficult. Someone's also having doubts. It could be you or the other person. So if you're not the one having doubts, it's the other person, okay? Someone is not feeling like this is really the one, like the it relationship. someone is definitely having some serious second thoughts here. And they're coming through also as the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is the other person's energy, to be honest. Because it seems like, Taurus, you're the one wanting to work on this. It seems like you're the one wanting to have these conversations. They're in pain. They're really in pain. So you could be taking on the Queen of Swords energy, which is kind of being detached, not being very emotional, wanting to pull back. Like I said, Knight of Pentacles reversed is that same kind of energy where you're not really wanting to offer more of your effort. But I feel like this person's energy is such that they're pulling back as well, because they're going through these 2 tens here. They're going through a lot. They're going through a lot of pain, and they feel like it's all on their shoulders. Again, with the Queen of Swords here, it's like someone is cutting off their emotions because it's too much for them right now. And you also have keep an open mind reversed. Someone's being very stubborn. It's like someone's not budging. So it's like one person wants to work on this, the other one's being very, very cold, because you have Temperance here, which is needing to have patience with someone. You have the 3 of Pentacles, which is wanting to build on the foundation with someone, but then you have the 3 of Swords. There's been pain with this. There's been heartbreak with this person. There's a lot of 3s here and 10s, so you could have been dealing with a situation where there was a third party, or there was discrepancies, I should say, within the relationship. And there's just a lot of like heavy energy with this, because you do have the 10 of Wands here. And someone feels like this relationship may be too much work, or there's too much to fix. And the stress is really causing this person to shut off emotionally. You also have the Lovers here. You may be dealing with an air sign or a Gemini specifically, but there's a decision that you're going to have to make within a relationship here. And you also have the 2 of Wands. Again, that's another decision. So it's like you're at the crossroads of having to really decide if you do want to move forward with this person. And, that's going to be up to your own free will, Taurus. But with this person having these 2 tens here and the 3 of Swords, that's painful. I mean, that is something that they feel devastated by. I pulled some extra clarifiers here as well. You have the 4 of Cups. I feel like someone is not sure if they really want to be in this, because the emotions are so lopsided. You have the Ace of Wands here. Someone's really wanting to go forward, full-fledged. They want to put everything into this because it's very exciting to them, and there's a lot of emotion there, and there's a lot of that physical attraction. But it's like the other person is feeling blasé about it. They're just not really sure. They're on the fence. They're emotionally preoccupied. And there's the Princess of Cups here, which is wanting to establish an emotional offer. But you may be dealing with someone also who is a little bit immature, and you may be feeling like they're just too immature right now. It's like, okay, it's like they come through with a lot of passion, a lot of that surface energy, but emotionally they may be lacking. They may not be as mature emotionally as you're hoping for. And you may feel like even though everything's great on the surface, it's lacking that emotional substance, right? That's absolutely what I'm getting from this spread, Taurus. And it's like, even though there's efforts being made, they're small efforts. Again, it's like pages and princesses and 3s. It's like almost giving me the energy of doing the bare minimum. And depending on who hurt who in this situation, in this connection, I feel like that person is kind of checking out with the Queen of Swords. Be careful, Taurus, that you're not blindsided by anything, because you have honeymoon and flirt here, which means on the surface, it may seem like everything's fine. And it may seem like everything is, hunky-dory, and you guys are having a great time, and you guys are getting to know each other. But it seems like deep down, this person's going through a lot, okay? Also note that we have just recently been through a retrograde. So emotions are high, and we did also have a full moon recently. So a lot of closure is taking place right now in the form of communication. and really having those heart-to-heart conversations in order to bring some balance to this kind of hectic emotional charge that this person is going through. So if your partner is pulling back, or if the person you're interested in is pulling back, then just understand that it's because they're going through that Ten of Swords emotion, which is really, really painful. Okay, Taurus, that's what I'm seeing for your energy this month. I love you all so much, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye. People are seeing you as someone that they really want to be with. They're seeing you as that catch, and you're putting on this air of growth, prosperity, and also mystery, and they're going to be really wanting to capture your heart for that reason.